Hey everybody, welcome back in. We are so excited to have you for a new and fun episode of Plant Rant. We always do this here with Jade, and we're excited to talk about all different things plant-based. So many of you out there are plant-based, are interested in plant-based, hear about it, eat that way, are vegan, vegetarian, and we love talking about different ways we can incorporate plant-based or what that means to you. If you joined us for the last episode, we talked about what is plant-based. And I have to say, I was kind of enlightened to hear about that too, even though I had an idea. So if you didn't check out that one, go ahead and look at that video. I'm going to put the link in the description here for you and check that out first. Super interesting. I'm excited to hear that I am in the plant-based community and on my
Yes.
way. And I'm being really inspired by our talks today to kind of
Yeah.
incorporate more plant-based items and more fruits and more vegetables and more healthy things into my diet just by having these talks. And so today we're joining you in the beginning of fall. It's cold here. I don't know about where you guys are, but we're really getting that crisp fall weather and everyone loves and enjoying it. And a lot of people talk about pumpkin spice lattes. I don't really like lattes like that. But what I wanted to talk about and what we touched on last time is what are some fun ways fall starting? There's some great new vegetables and fruits out there. And what are some of the ways we can enjoy the fall and get started on a more plant-based diet like we were talking about last time? And Jade had some great ideas.
Oh, absolutely. I love this. So, as we shift into a new season, it's really fun and important to look at the foods that are in season. So, one way to do that is to go to the farmer's market and to kind of look and see what fruits and vegetables are coming into season. So, fall
Yeah.
is really exciting because it is the season of cruciferous veggies. So that looks like broccoli and kohlrabi and cabbage and cauliflower. Everyone loves cauliflower right now, right? It's the star of the show. And radishes. So we have our cruciferous, and then we have our root veggies, which
Root vegetables are my favorite.
babe, I know you love your potatoes, your cold potatoes.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, you remember that. That's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I love that. So we have our potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots,
Mhm.
beets, love all of that. And then we have our herbs in season, mushrooms, and then we have apples and pumpkin and
Yes.
squash. So there's a lot to
Squash.
play with, and they're all so different. So, your squash group, your cruciferous, and your roots. So there's a lot to play around with there.
Oh, that's
Um,
so exciting.
it is. So, you pick up those some different fruits and vegetables from the farmer's market. And I think we were talking about before, Katie, that when you see something different at the store, it's really fun and exciting to pick it up and learn how to
Yeah.
cook it, see if you
Yeah.
like it, see if you don't like it. And it's perfect, as we might be spending more time at home these days to get into the kitchen and to learn something new.
Yeah, and so what I'd like to mention, you talked about going to the farmer's market and figure out what's in season. That is a great idea, totally. But I think one thing I really realized over the years too is if one, you don't have access to a farmer's market because there's some people who don't, although they're great and they're popping up all around the country,
Yeah.
or it's not something you really feel comfortable with because of
Right.
all that's going on right now. What
hmm
you can do, which is a good hack, you can go to your regular grocery store into the produce aisle, which is kind of where I spend my life. And whatever is on major sale that week tends to
Right.
be what is in season. So, for
hmm
example, this time of year, apple prices are going to go down because the supply is going up.
Right.
Or you get further into October and November, and you'll see squash prices really go down because
Right.
in price because the supply is going up. That means
hmm
it's in season. So there are definitely ways you can figure out what's in season and what's not. And then I kind of love the hack of just picking up something at the grocery store. So I have my grocery list, super fun, and I have it all.
Right.
And then sometimes I just have like two or three vegetables. So on my grocery list, two or three vegetables for my side items, I'll pick up what looks good or what looks new. And
Mhm.
I'll figure out what's good. And the best part is if it's in season, it's on sale. So if
Yeah.
you don't like it, you're not
Right.
wasting much money, right? And
Exactly.
then
Budget hack.
yeah, and then just finding a recipe and using it, or asking your
Right.
friends, or,
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, Jade, how do you make
Right.
butternut squash?
Yeah.
I may make it differently,
It's
right? And that
true.
goes
And
back to another person there. So
there's
that's
so much,
fun.
yeah, there's so much inspiration online that you can
That is
find.
true. Thank you,
And
Google. Mm.
and Google, there you go, there you go. And Instagram and Facebook, and
Yes.
people are really connecting over meals. So, as we do shift into fall, it's really nice to start incorporating warmer meals. So that
Yeah,
might
that's
look
my
like,
favorite.
yeah, me too, shifting your morning smoothie or juice to a bowl of oatmeal.
Mhm.
It might look like shifting your lunch salad to a warm salad. So, like, you still want to eat greens, a lot of greens in the
Yeah.
middle of the day, but maybe it's roasting veggies and putting it on top. And then, for dinners, soups and casseroles, all of
Yes.
that good stuff,
Oh, you're
stir
making me
fries.
so hungry.
I know. So we definitely, it's really good to keep incorporating warmer foods into your
Mhm.
body, because as it does get colder outside, it's important to balance that and help your body
Oh,
kind of
that's a good point.
stabilize, and it keeps you warm. And another thing that's really good is spices. So you want to incorporate
Yes.
those warming spices, turmeric, one of my faves. So we really like to incorporate warming spices into your dishes. So cayenne pepper, turmeric, cumin, curry powder, cinnamon, that pumpkin pie spice, if you love
Yes, the
that.
one everybody loves. Yeah, and don't put
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. And that's a great way to make your own pumpkin spice latte and make it a little healthier. So by putting that with a little bit of almond milk, and warming that up on the stove, and
Mhm.
then and putting that over your coffee, which is so beautiful. If you do like your pumpkin spice lattes, that's a
Yeah.
kind of a healthier hack
Or
for it.
pumpkin oatmeal. I love
Ooh,
that. I don't know
yeah,
about
I've been sprinkling that spice over everything,
you. Mhm.
especially the oatmeal, like you said.
So that's really exciting about different ways to incorporate it. And we talked about ways we can try out new things and what is seasonal, which is a really big problem. You don't have to Google what's seasonal, right? You can go to the
Mm-mm.
farmer's market, you can buy the stuff that's on sale, and you can start even with your favorite fruits and vegetables. Like I eat freaking an apple at least or two every single day. I
Mhm.
could do a little more with that and make it a little fun. So making those things warmer instead of
Right.
colder. Fun
Yes.
examples, like I had a girlfriend who just texted me last night. It sounded really fun and I wasn't able to make it, and sad, but they were having a big bonfire in their backyard, so it was distance, and they were just making big pots of soup. So you could
Mm,
sit and eat
yum.
soup, and all the vegetables and stuff go in there. It's nice and warm, it's nice and fun. Instead of hot chocolate,
Mhm.
you have a big cup of soup. It's more
Right.
filling, it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
So awesome different ways to incorporate that for fall that are still so festive, right? We don't
Right.
have to always eat, although I do love pumpkin. We don't have to always eat things like pumpkin. There can be
Mhm.
so much more.
Right. Mhm.
And all those ways of having different recipes and different things and different ideas from your friends and involving other people and our community all come
Right.
together. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's what makes up fall, right? And we
Yeah.
even address like why I crave warmer food. And one of
Right.
the best examples you gave, which I use all the time, is I'll cook food up and put it on my salad. And people
Yeah.
don't think about that. Like my
Right.
cold potatoes are warm in the fall and on my
Right. There
salad.
you go.
So
Perfect.
they're
Yeah, I
great
love that.
ways of incorporating it,
Mhm.
incorporating community, incorporating our normal fall festivities and all that fun decorating and things that we normally do during fall, but in a way that we can also incorporate some health-based things and feel better, have more energy, reach our fitness and health goals and
Right.
stuff. So,
Exactly.
Jade, if people have more questions about this, is this something that you do in your business? I mean, if I wanted to say, hey, I just want someone to come beside me and teach me how to get started with this, is that
Yeah.
something that you do?
Oh, absolutely. I love, one of my passions is cooking. So I sometimes I can do a cooking video. I can cook with you in real time because we have the
Oh, that's
beautiful
fun.
FaceTime and Zoom.
Yeah,
So that's really fun. And I create shopping lists and different ways
that's
to cook the
interesting.
vegetables you like. So I make it really personalized. I work with my clients, and we determine what veggies they like, which ones make them feel good, and
Yeah.
then I like to share with them different ways to prepare that. So that's really fun as well
Oh,
with the
super
seasonal.
great. Because I feel
Hmm.
like that's where a lot of people have a lot of questions is,
Right.
okay, so I can come to you and get a meal plan, but like, what if I don't like some of the items, or what if I don't
Right.
want to prepare them that way?
Yeah.
And it sounds like so many people, And this is fine, but they give workout plans or nutrition plans,
Mhm.
and they're just lists and
Right.
recipes, and then I have to do everything myself. But it really
Yeah.
sounds like you love this so much you want to, just like your was it Nana? I feel like I got
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yaya, just like your Yaya, you're gonna come alongside someone and be like, let's try these things, let's try
Right.
these things. And that
Mhm.
personable way you do it is
Yeah.
so not only interesting, but it makes it so
Mhm.
achievable. It's like I
Right.
just have a friend who's we're cooking together and we're doing things
Right.
together, and I get to
Exactly.
figure out and get all my
Mhm.
questions answered with that. That's
Exactly. It's so fun. And, I
awesome.
do to make it easy too, because when you do look at recipes online, I love cooking recipes, sometimes, but it can be pretty time intensive when you look at the recipe and then you measure it. So I
Oh,
also
so
like to teach how to make it easy, how to learn how to
yes,
do it so you don't have to think about it too much. You
exactly.
don't have to read how to do it. You learn it first and then you start incorporating it so it's easier for you every time.
Right, and I think that's what I like about cooking, and I think it intimidates a lot of people. When you're always using a recipe, it's not bad, but it's
Yeah.
taking a lot more time.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you learn the basics, you
Yeah.
can cook in a way that uses your creativity. Like
Mhm.
the other day,
Mhm.
I love this vegetable spaghetti with chicken on it that I always get at my favorite Indian place, which I don't go to right now.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna try making it. And it turned out awesome. And I was just trying out, I
Exactly.
ginger and turmeric and all the things that I love
Yeah.
and trying out, and that creativity makes me happy.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's
Mhm.
not so great, but if you know the
Exactly.
basics, you can really get it. Oh, that's so
Exactly.
exciting.
Yeah.
So that really helps me and hopefully you guys figure out what you can do in the fall to kind of incorporate more, where you can get more information on it. Hopefully it inspired you for some more. And I think if you don't mind, some of the things that I love and we touched on today are the different ways we can incorporate not just plant-based diet, but all these things into our lifestyle, like we talked
Mhm.
about, into our fall routines to
Yeah.
make us healthier, to make us happier. I know in the fall we're inside a lot more, so we're not moving
Mhm.
as much, but we
Mhm.
have to go see people, and it can be a really wonderful time. So maybe in the next episode we could talk about how we can incorporate some of these fun things into our lifestyle and not just
Love
our
that.
food habits. That would be
Yes,
awesome.
absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. Thank you so much, Katie. This has been awesome. I love talking about my veggies, especially my root veggies. I would love to share some recipes. I like to
Yeah.
put out blog posts for each of the new seasons. So I
Oh,
will
that's
send that to you
awesome.
and we can put it down here.
Yes.
And I'm excited.
Oh, that's so exciting because I know I don't necessarily use recipes as much as you talk about, but just seeing what other people are doing.
Right.
So
Getting
I'm subscribed
inspiration.
to you and I will
Hmm.
be seeing those things that you put out. I love it because it inspires me to kind of cook in
Right.
different ways and
Hmm.
things that I used to do or not. And it really helps us overall to have all those pretty pictures in our feed. So I am so excited that you guys joined us today. Thank you guys so much for joining me and Jade and talking more about how we can incorporate plant-based meals and plant-based ideas and health and wellness into our life. And we'll see you guys next time to talk about more of those awesome fall traditions and different ways we can incorporate habits and
Hmm.
routines into our
Hmm.
lifestyle so we can really enjoy this fall time together. And we'll see
Yes.
you guys next time.